Okay, so who's getting the 1 seed in the Western Conference? If you asked me like 2 weeks ago, I probably would have said the Nuggets, because they were either the 1 or the 2 last season. I don't remember exactly. But they were on the Warriors' heels, I know that much. And they didn't do anything to get worse this offseason. And you could even guess, well, Jokic will get better, Murray could get better, Gary Harris could be healthy the whole year. They traded for Jeremy Grant. But, and there's also Michael Porter Jr., who's now going to be hopefully a part of the team. But now I find myself slightly more down on the Nuggets for no real reason. I think it's just because I look at that team besides Jokic, and it's a good team and it's a deep team, but I don't think it's good enough to just guarantee that they're going to win mid to high 50s again, especially when teams in the West have gotten better, right? Between the Clippers, the Jazz, the Lakers. We can argue about how much better the Rockets are with Westbrook, but, I mean, from a health standpoint, we got to guess they're not going to be forced to have Harden do everything, which will help them out the beginning of the season and all that, right? So I guess that could be my case against Denver. Now, a case for Denver is offensively, we know they're going to be great. And defensively, because Jokic is playing in the FIBA tournament, maybe that'll force him to be into shape when the NBA year starts, and that could allow him to be better defensively. I guess that's a possibility. And I guess it's also possible that Jamal Murray sets the world on fire, but I just don't think that's going to happen in like one off season of progress, you know? Anyway, if we talk about the rest of the teams now, who I think have a shot here. The Clippers, I mean, I just think they're going to do the whole load management with Kawhi and probably Paul George as well. Now, that being said, Doc Rivers has had that team win a lot more games than they should have the past couple seasons, and that team is still super deep. And let's say Kawhi plays, I don't know, 60 games. Assuming that for those extra 22, you can still have Paul George and Lou Williams as your top 2 guys for most of them, you're probably still going to win a lot of games. I mentioned Lou there. Shamit's a great role player. Montrez is awesome. Mo Harkless, Zubac, Pat Bev, JaMychal Green. It's just good NBA players across the board, right? So if it's some random stretch in like January where Kawhi is going to miss 3 games in a row, there's a chance that they could still go 3-0 in those specific games, right? And that's the type of thing that could get you the 1 seed. If we head on to the Lakers, just because I'm thinking of LA, I don't think LeBron's going to go 100%. I know he's had some tweets that would suggest he's going to kind of prove himself again or whatever. I mean, I could picture that for the first, 6 games. But do we really think LeBron is going to go that hard in the 37th game of the year against the Thunder on a Tuesday? He's not going to do that. Which means the Lakers are going to lose random games here and there, which is going to knock them from it. Now, the case for them is that Anthony Davis does all the work for LeBron. And, okay. I think that's a fair claim to make. I don't know if I agree with it 100%. But then I think if LeBron's not going to be going just crazy the whole year, then I think the Lakers' depth questions become a little bit more of a thing. I mean, what is their, go-to lineup when they really need it? It's LeBron, AD, Kuzma, Danny Green, one other guy. I mean, there's still questions about how good Kuzma really is. Danny Green is streaky and is not as good defensively as he was. He's still a quality signing, don't get me wrong. And they still don't have that 5th guy. Now, obviously, they're going to look for him, and they have a lot of candidates. And I think my pick would probably be Caruso, even if it's going off of a pretty small sample size. But who knows if that's a slam dunk? Who knows how long they're going to take to get to that? So, yeah. The Utah Jazz. So, the Jazz are probably going to have the best defense in the league, and that's immediately going to spike your record. I also think they are going to probably care about the regular season a little bit more than other teams, because I think now they're going to be walking into this year with really high expectations. They probably think that they can make the finals. And I could see them have the energy that the Rockets had 2 years ago after they got Chris Paul. Obviously, this team does not have a James Harden level player, but I don't know, maybe it could happen. I kind of look at the Mike Conley acquisition as like when the Nuggets got Chauncey. Obviously, these teams are not the same, but that type of thing where it just kind of boosts the team in ways that perhaps we all didn't see coming, even though we all loved the Mike Conley acquisition. There's also still the question about how good Donovan Mitchell really is. I think I've definitely been not like negative Mitchell, but I haven't done cartwheels over the guy either. Granted, if we did a list of all the best young players in the league, there's not many guys I'm taking over him. But are we getting a little carried away with the Donovan Mitchell praise? Like I keep on hearing this next D Wade thing. No, sorry. Like Dwayne Wade at his peak is very high on the all-time list. Granted, he was not there for as long as you would have liked, but there's still questions with Mitchell. There's still questions with his playmaking and his reading of defenses and all that stuff. But that's kind of a different thing. That caters more towards the playoffs. If we're talking just winning a bunch of regular season games, I could certainly see it for the Jazz. The Warriors, I think just no Clay knocks them out of having a real chance here. D'Lo, good move, no doubt about it. And if Clay was healthy, I'd probably pick them for the 1 seed, to be honest. But it's not really the case here. The Blazers, the case for Portland is that Dame wins the MVP pretty much. And averages like 32 points a game and is unconscious from 3 the entire season. Now look, I love Dame. I think he's definitely one of the 10 best players in the league. I don't know if Damian Lillard is going to have one of the best offensive seasons of all time. Okay. Could he have his version of Steph Curry in 2016? Yeah. I'm not betting on it. Looking at the roster as a whole, there's still the gamble of Whiteside. We have no idea if he's really going to buy in. Nurkic is gone for a damn decent amount of time. And then just looking at the rest of the team, a lot of things would have to go right for them, is all I'll say there. And then between the Spurs and the Kings and anybody else, I don't think so for the 1 seed. I think at this present moment, my pick is the Rockets, because I think Westbrook and Harden are just going to be healthy. Neither one of them has missed significant time in a while. Although, I guess Westbrook missed 9 games last year. Like, maybe that's considered significant. I don't know. And like I said in the Harden video yesterday, this is not me saying that the fit between them is going to be perfect. Like, I'm expecting in close games throughout the season and in the playoffs, it's going to get awkward at times, and we'll see if they can figure it out. But in terms of just racking up regular season W's, yeah, I'm comfortable having Houston as the 1 seed. I figure I'll eventually make a Western Conference standings prediction vid, but in terms of just the number 1 spot, I feel pretty good with Houston. Also, because I know what their 5 is. It's Harden, Russ, Gordon, PJ, Capella. And then between just the way that they can get more out of average role players off the bench, yeah, I'm going to go with the Rockets as the 1 seed.